So we just found out that there's going to be this huge crossover between DC Comics' The Justice League and Godzilla. So we're going to be seeing the greatest giant monsters throw down with the greatest superheroes. I've been a lifelong Godzilla fan. About as long as I've been a Godzilla fan, I've been a huge Superman nerd. I love all things Superman, Batman, like I said, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern. So to actually see my favorite superhero team go up against my all-time favorite character, Godzilla, and King Kong. Kong is one of my favorite giant monsters too. This is like we might as well just rename this like Tom's favorite superhero team fights Tom's favorite monster team. It's going to be awesome. This is not the first time Godzilla has fought a superhero team. He fought the Avengers years ago during his Marvel comic book run. Now, I guess you could say Godzilla has bragging rights because he's now fought the Avengers and the Justice League. Ultraman is supposed to be crossing over with Marvel Comics too. This makes sense because in recent years, we've seen Marvel's own Ultraman comic book run, which started with Kyle Higgins's The Rise of Ultraman. Something else to keep an eye out for. This comic book series is going to be titled Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. So Kong is going to be there too, and as I'm about to share with you, there's so much more here than meets the eye. So this is going to be a 7-issue series. I mean, this is like Crisis of Infinite Earths huge, to give you an idea on just the magnitude of what we're about to see. The art will be done by Drew Johnson and Christian Deuce, so this comic book run is already in good hands. I can tell you these guys are amazing. And it starts October 2023, so it's literally like right around the corner. But here's the synopsis. What starts as a routine clash between the Justice League and the Legion of Doom takes a dangerous turn when the wall between worlds is breached, with Godzilla, Kong, and the Monsterverse emerging on DC's Earth. What ensues will be a brawl of unprecedented scale and destruction. So, guys, we'll not only see Godzilla and Kong running amok, but the entire Monsterverse. Do you know what this could mean? Okay, so this is all speculation, but just let our imaginations just run with it for a second. Okay, so if, we could be seeing Mothra meet Wonder Woman, Rodan racing the Flash. We could see King Ghidorah joining the Sinestro Corps, which is like an evil Green Lantern Corps, and evil Green Lantern. Basically, they're evil Green Lanterns, only instead of being powered by will, they're powered by fear. And King Ghidorah is overqualified there. We could also be seeing Brainiac controlling, maybe even modifying Mechagodzilla. Can you imagine Godzilla throwing down with Darkseid? I can. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we got here. From what we understand, Clark Kent and Lois Lane are out on a date, and it's a beautiful day in Metropolis, which, if that's Superman's hometown. But then their drinks, their glasses of wine suddenly start shaking. In fact, the entire city seems to be trembling when the mighty Godzilla just rises out of the Bay Area, and he just towers over Metropolis. I mean, it's awesome. Already you can tell this is going to be a major treat. We do see a couple what could be cover art coming up, and we see the entire Justice League not only fighting Godzilla, but there's Kong, and he's reaching for the Daily Planet, and of course the Green Lanterns are creating Apache helicopter light constructs to deal with Kong, who also has his battle axe, so that's cool. I wonder if, the battle axe could work if Superman tried to charge it up with his heat vision. Here's the Justice League, standing front and center, and they're just, seemingly surrounded by monsters like Godzilla and Kong. And with the Monsterverse being made mention, it's clear that we're going to be seeing more than just Godzilla and Kong, as demonstrated by this one page that's been released that shows the Legion of Doom encountering what appears to be a giant skull crawler, could be the Skull Devil from Kong Skull Island. And speaking of Skull Island, if I had to guess, it's possible that they could actually be on Skull Island, which means we might be seeing stories take place both in the DC Earth and the Monsterverse Earth as well. But we see the Skullcrawler lunging for, Lex Luthor, Cheetah, Captain Cold, Gorilla Grodd is there, and Black Manta, amongst other villains. And yeah, if you didn't know, the Legion of Doom is basically like it's a team that's comprised of the greatest supervillains on Earth. So it's kind of like a reverse Justice League. But anyway, it's interesting that we see Gorilla Grodd here because, in just a sec, we see Kong come out of nowhere and, looks like he's about to pounce on the Skullcrawler and crush him. And it's kind of funny to see Kong come to the aid of the Legion of Doom. I'm wondering if Gorilla Grodd and Kong are going to kind of maybe, just given the fact that they're both apes, you'd think there would be some mutual respect, and Gorilla Grodd is psychic, so he might try to, make peace with Kong, and who knows, but maybe Kong will spare the bad guys for now. I will mention that this doesn't appear to be canon, so, tough luck. Don't expect to see Godzilla pop up in any future DC Universe movies, or Superman to show up in a future Monsterverse film. I know, major bummer. I did reach out to James Gunn, a friend of the show. Are we going to be receiving a Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong big screen treatment? And, for some reason, he didn't respond back. It's so weird. But, the sky's the limit, right? Who knows what could happen? I'm just thankful we're getting what I'm certain is going to be a fun, wild ride. Godzilla and Superman sharing the same story. I mean, Batman, Kong. I am in paradise. This is I'm so excited. Can't wait for October. Can't wait for November, December, because we still have Godzilla -1, and then March of 2024, we're getting Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. It is great to be a Godzilla fan. It is great to be a kaiju fan. It is just great to be a fan. That's all I can say. Anyway, thanks for stomping by. I'm Tom, and I will destroy you all utterly later. Har har.